Somebody said let's start right now. Ready? All right. I'm going to hit the record button and it's counting down. Hey, everyone. We're back with another episode of Quotes with Reddington. Welcome, everyone that's here, everyone that's in the comments, everyone that's a contestant. I'm here with my admin, Emoji J. Emoji J, you have something for us for a little bit? Hey, well, not just a fantastic little nice little video clip that Jay put together, and he does have a lot of vision and does work his butt off. Hey, I want to get right down to this show. This is called Quotes with Reddington. It's a very basic concept where, I'm going to have someone join the box, and then they're going to introduce themselves. Well, basically, in my best words, we're going to conduct a small interview. That way they can make the audience understand, who they are as a person and any kind of events. Really get to be able to feel their passion. Ultimately, we need to hear a quote. Quotes, possibly, really disguise your limits, anything you want that quote to be. And then you can be, the comments is going to help us. We're going to have a judge who is going to help us. And we're going to have ourselves another great episode. And there was, some bragging rights at the end. The comments will obviously help, determine a winner. We'll have a judge consider also weigh in on it. And we'll try the best to get a little bit, of everyone an opportunity to win. So with this being said, let's go ahead and get our first contestant in this thing. All right. She'll have no. All right. Hey, welcome aboard. I believe this could be your second time coming back, and you were happy to help. And so I'm going to talk for a little bit with you, and then I'll obviously be quiet and mute myself so everyone can hear you nice and loud and clear. So how long have you been on this app so far now?
December is going to be 3 years.
So you're coming up on a 3-year anniversary. You have some plans for a celebration? Because I might know a guy that likes to celebrate.
Of course. We always have a party in the Lotus Lounge, and we have one coming up on Halloween. We're going to be doing a Halloween party as well. So
Okay, we'll talk. Okay, so we know how long you've been on here. What is your experience so far? I mean, look, your top badge, you must have some top material.
I'd like to say I'm one of the most content creators on here. I have a show every night, aside from my featured stream on Wednesdays. But the best thing I love is just the communities that we as streamers can create. I love attracting people to me who are into the similar things that I'm into. And then we can just talk about things, have topics, have discussions. I've learned a lot, actually, from people in my streams because I don't see people based on their diamond count. I see them for their self-worth and their living experience. So there's a lot of people on here with less than 1 million diamonds, but they're killing it in real life, and I feel like everybody can teach everybody. So I like to learn and I like to teach in the same way.
And I think we had a small discussion yesterday, or was that this morning? I don't know. Okay, it was this morning. What is that stigma that some people that have a piece of paper known as a college degree catch some shade from those that don't, and vice versa? That conversation, how did that go? Remind me, let the audience know. Okay, I remember. Let the audience know.
Well, I'm one of the streamers on here that have not only a bachelor's degree, I have a minor, and I have a master's degree. And it has been my experience that for me, as somebody holding a college degree, I'm very proud of it. And I don't knock people who don't have a college degree, but it's been my experience on streams that some people who don't have a college degree have an issue with people who go to college. And it was just, we were having that conversation this morning about it, and just, it's unfair. Let's not judge, guys. Let's be proud of everybody and their accomplishments and what they were able to accomplish in life. And let's just celebrate. Don't hate, congratulate is what I like to say.
Right. And, the same thing you said with the person that doesn't have that piece of paper, getting judged by someone who does, because I've seen it where I work. And it's just like, that's not always the case. I think it's kind of like book smart and street smarts. Um, you can be the smartest guy on a college education, but having a conversation with them, I was kind of look dumbfounded. And I saw it firsthand. A friend of mine, I briefly told you about the guy in 30, known for 36 years. We were
Right.
at his party, and it was a block party in his neighborhood, real nice looking neighborhood in Raleigh, North Carolina. And the guy started talking to me, and I asked Bill, and I'm like, "Is like he drunk, or what's going on here?" And he's like, "Dude, he's actually super smart." And I'm like, "Huh?" And he's like, he's a defense lawyer, 8 years of background and obviously in law and everything. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, then he's a classic example that a guy can only read from a textbook." And I was like, because I feel like I'm literally getting my IQ lower talking to him. And I was like, if I would blame the booze, but you're saying this is just him normally. I'm like, oh gosh.
Well, luckily, I have a college degree, street smarts, and a great personality. So I'm
Well,
just winning all around.
I'm going to mute myself, and now you go ahead and give us, okay, tell us anything you want to give us. Okay, plug a show, give us upcoming events, some point, give us some quotes, that quote or plural, however you want to do it. Let's go ahead and start right now. I'm going to be quiet, and then go ahead. Anything left that you want to tell the audience, feel free to do so in that segment. Let's go. Oh, wrong button.
You're good. I got you. I got you. Welcome in, everybody. This is, quote. I was saying quote of the day, but it's just quotes. And I came on here the first time and I gave my personal quote that I follow in life. And I figured for the second one, we're in the month of October and we're about 2 weeks away from Halloween. So I thought it would be great to get something a little spooky. And I am a reader. I love to read. And one of my favorite poets and authors is Edgar Allan Poe. Does anybody know the magical, mystical, macabre Edgar Allan Poe? Well, just a little bit of background about him. I have a little something written down for you guys. Edgar Allan Poe is an American author, which is a big congratulations to us because, England, Europe, they usually be stealing them. But thankfully, we have somebody on our side, okay, Edgar Allan Poe. The author of The Raven, it's an epic poem in which a man is visited by a talking raven and descends into madness, living a life as macabre and gothic as his work. So a lot of people could say Edgar Allan Poe descended into madness. He was orphaned by the time he was a toddler. Both his parents were actors and they died by the time he was, I think, 3 years old. He was 25 when he married his 13-year-old cousin. I'm not going to say much about that, who also died of tuberculosis. Lots of death in his life. Poe was also the first prominent author, American author, to exist financially only through his writing. And that was a big thing because back then, times were hard. He was barely 40 when he died in circumstances so mysterious, his cause of death to this day remains unknown. It was variously attributed to alcoholism, substance abuse, disease, and suicide, but they're not facts. He was discovered wearing someone else's clothes, lying in a gutter, and then he died a few hours later. Nobody knows where he was, where he got the clothes from, and what he was doing. But in spite of this, or perhaps because of this, his literary reputation has remained intact for nearly 200 years. The Raven has inspired works from Vladimir Nabokov's Lolita to Stephen King's Insomnia. Neil Gaiman, Lemony Snicket, and Joan Atkin are among the coterie of authors, let alone film directors, musicians, and artists to have reflected Poe's work. Actually, there is a show on Netflix called The Fall of the House of Usher. It is one of Edgar Allan Poe's works, and it commingles all of his stories into there. So if you like horror and macabre, check out Netflix, The Fall of the House of Usher, So I got a couple of quotes that I just want to say, and I want you to sit with it, because this is the way I read Poe. I like to say it. I don't want to explain it. I want you guys to figure it out. And then when you, in your mind, feel like you have gotten the gist of it for yourself, I don't even want to hear your explanation because I have my own explanation. I just want you to write in the comments, got it. Got it? Everybody got it? Let's go. The very first one. I became insane with long intervals of horrible sanity. I became insane with long intervals of horrible sanity. Got it? I know Reddington got it. All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. Lovely got it. Okay. This is the second one. All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. Does that make sense to you? You got it? All right, Dr. G, Dr. Jill got it. And my last one, Sin got it. Good. The last one was from a letter to Marie Clem. I was never really insane, except upon occasions when my heart was touched. I was never really insane, except upon occasions when my heart was touched. One of the biggest reasons I love Edgar Allan Poe is he just has this way of touching on the topic of love. He loves very hard, and he loved hard in his life. And he had a lot of reasons to, he was betrayed by love. He was rejected in love. You know, he had his wife die, you know, and I feel a lot of us can relate to that, you know, that feeling of loss of love or unrequited love, where we love somebody and they don't love us back. And I love the way he writes. And if you love the way he talks, definitely check out that Netflix show, because a lot of his one-liners came in there. So that is my presentation, Edgar Allan Poe. Everything that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. Oh, quote the Raven, nevermore. You want the Raven one? Let's see. It's Raven quote. Once upon a midnight dreary, hold on. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary, quote the Raven, nevermore. The Raven is a short story about, he was filled with grief over his love dying, Lenore. And they had this raven in his bedroom, and he was just crumpled in grief. And it was a man's grief over losing someone he loved. And everything he asked, the only thing the raven would say is nevermore, as in it will never happen. And he just lay crumpled on the floor, you know, his soul never to feel alive again, nevermore. That's it.
All right, now I'm back to here's for me to. That was amazing. First of all, I want to tell those that are here, taking the time of the busy schedule, giving back, and really everyone's taking taking a big time out of their busy schedule. I mean, heck, I got one hand. So, here I am, but hey, I'm dedicated to the cause, and what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. I'm not quite sure who gave that quote, but you know what? There's my quote. So, do you have some events that you're in?
Yeah, we have a big event coming up that we're hoping the app will promote on Halloween night. You know, I am a CEO of a metaphysical center. I do psychic readings. This is my month, this is my month. So on Halloween night, we have a Halloween party in my stream. My partner, you guys know him as Big Rose. He's another streamer. We are together, and he will be DJing the party from 8:30 to 9. And then from 9 to 10, we have 5 contests that you could win a 10K haunted mansion. I believe it's 10K haunted mansion castle if you win the category. So if anybody's interested and you have a good costume and you want to hit me up on IG.
What day of the week is that?
Halloween, Tuesday.
Oh my gosh. And I'm also intrigued by something you said about the psych readings. Maybe a man needs a little evaluation, if you know what I mean. Let's find out just how insane I am, or as I would always tell people, no. Insanity. The textbook definition is doing the same thing over again, expecting different results. At the very minimum, I'm not doing the same thing. And I will say, in a world of crazies, if you're the one sane person, wouldn't that make you insane? So that's my own version of a quote as well that I came up with. I was out of people were looking at me with the side eye that I've said this before. So, Umbe, thank you for being the first contestant. Thank you, thank you. So, for those who don't know, this is quotes from Reddington. I hope we have, we have various people that are here. We're going to have a cameo appearance from a previous week. We're going to find out. We know we have a loose schedule here. We got, all right, let's go, let's go. We got Mr. Emoji J himself. Could he be delivering a quote? What do we got cooking here, Jay? What, tell us. Gone with the wind. Let's break it up a little bit, but we get the gist. Something's spinning there. It looks like a city. Yeah, and he's being a guest appearance. So we'll count this guy. Well, unless he wants to. If you guys think he nails it, let's go ahead, Jay. Well, hey, keep in mind, guys. This is improv. This is improv. He's a fill-in. We weren't certain what Gil wanted to do, so I wanted him to have an opportunity to defend that title. But he was like, "Hey, I'll come back. I'll give just like an appearance." So hopefully he'll pop back in at some point. He'll pop in. I know some of his friends are here. I know they are. I mean, Dr. Gil Groupie. I know. Come on. So, Jay, you want to give us any thoughts on your events, or what's it like to be an admin for a lot of shows? And okay, that's right. Hey, I do hope to one day compete for that title of Unstoppable Idol. I'm a talented guy, and he did ask me the other week when I was in her. Oh, yeah, yeah. Very nice, very nice. Excellent, excellent. So, Jay, let me ask you this one. You know, I guess when you become an admin, sometimes you'll get people who tell you that what, he's not a very good admin or he is a good admin. I've heard it both ways from so many admins. Like, what I mean is, like, you're not the only one that's doing things, and sometimes people can be envious and jealous. How many of those shows that of those 10 to 15 are featured? So there you go, friends. That his work speaks volumes. And someone, hey, I can definitely give you a list of people that came to me and said he's not the one. And I was like, I think on the contrary. I was like, Jay has vision and he's really poured his efforts. So I don't want to. I've had it. I've had people come to me and said, nope, 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 nope. But comically enough, the person, their admin is connected to Jay. Where it's just like, that's a head scratcher. We're like, they don't. Well, you know, all right, where we go. We got to keep it moving. We've got to keep it moving here. We're got to keep on the schedule. And okay, let's see here. We have someone up here. All right, all right, all right, all right. So this is we're going to have ourselves our next contestant. For those who are new in here, I know that the glitch. It is kind of funny. It's wow. I'm going to let him, introduce himself. We have ourselves the next person.
Yo,
Well, I believe
going on,
this
Randy?
is you and I's first time actually having like a face to face. So this is always kind of exciting. But
Yeah.
we've exchanged some messages on the old Instagram and kept in contact. Um, for
Yeah.
those who don't know, once again, this is Quotes with Reddington. It's an hour-long segment where basically, hey, almost any quote can go, just as long as you give credit and keep it clean per se. And this is an opportunity. It's like almost like a small interview. So I'm
Okay.
going to offer you the same thing that I did before. I'm going to talk with you a little bit. So what's your experience on this app and how long you've been on it?
I've been on I'm on POF, so I've been on I've had POF for years, but as far as the live uh portion of it, I've been on since about 2020, around the pandemic era, when that started. But streaming, this December will be 2 years that I've hit my that I've been streaming. And my experience here has been, it's been a blessing. It's been lovely. My story into the app actually is, I came across another streamer, and it completely just changed my life 180, totally around. So I definitely owe a big part of myself, of my life, to the experiences on the app, and the great communities that are built within the app as well. And that's definitely one of my favorite parts, just to kind of, I guess, tag along with what B was talking about earlier about the communities. I definitely think that's one of the more neater and more great things about this app. Definitely those bonds and those communities that are built around streamers, groups of streamers. But yeah, my overall experience has been amazing, and I'm blessed. So yeah.
I think a good bit of us, started with the idea of using this as a dating app, and then, hey, what's this live streaming portion? And you know, I won't deny it. For me, when I joined, with the Meet Me side of the store, that I was a friend of mine was like, hey, some sort of big social networking thing, and then I did have plenty of fish before, and I was trying to date, and then, well, I re-rolled onto the POF officially on July 4th, and I was like, well, I'm not looking at the date at all. Well, I mean, a few people would still try to still try to tell me. I always feel like, even though everyone always says like I'm really not looking, we all kind of are secretly looking. We're just kind of telling people we're not looking, but if a Mrs. Right fell on my lap, what am I going to do? Say no? But at the same
Exactly.
point, if to say like it'll happen when you're least expecting, I mean, I
Mhm.
think by definition, if it did fall and slip on your lap, you'd be like, oh, sorry, not looking.
That is
Right?
that is very true. Very true.
Um, any kind of upcoming events that you might be doing? I will put your quote at the end.
Yeah, actually, this has been one of the busiest time moments that I've been on the app, actually. So aside from today, sorry, bear with me. Like I said, I'm not used to being booked on this many shows and this sort of a time. But Saturday, okay, so Sunday at 12 p.m. I'll be coming out on Ari Secretary's unpopular opinion show. And then later on that night, Sunday night, it's at 10 p.m. Eastern. I'll be on The Hunt with 11. I'll also be on that show as well. And then I believe Jay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Monday, I think I'm also going to be on Windows Chopping Block, which I believe that's at 7. If I'm not mistaken, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jay. But 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, thank you very much. And then aside from that, then I also have an auction coming up on the next Friday, actually the 27th. I'll be on a Halloween contest auction. I believe it's Vampy's. So yeah, that's what I got going on. And of course, we got Live Fest right at the start of the month. So
And I
definitely looking forward
take
to
it.
that.
Let me type something in the comments so I can see something. I want to see something. Go ahead. Just put a 1, whatever. Another person though, be at Live Fest with the rest of us. How fantastic! Now I was looking for that play button. You know what I mean? If you see that play button, that means they have that ticket at the Live Fest where you will be able to see all of us with that button as well. And this would be my first year going, even though I've been on the app like on and off throughout at least 10 years of my life.
Too.
So
Nice. First timer as well. So.
That's awesome. So what do you have prepared for us?
So I got a.
Okay, I'm gonna actually turn off my. Turn me off. So go ahead and you do your thing and perform and theatrics. You got this.
Okay. So the quote that I got, and unfortunately I don't have too much background on the person that it came from, but it is from Miss Alice Feeney, who is a British novelist. And I guess just a little bit of background. She's a British novelist of the 21st century. She kind of writes in the mystery thriller kind of genre. She is for about 16 years. She was a journalist for the BBC, and she didn't write her first novel until she was 30 years old. So yeah, she's a British novelist, and I ran into this quote that she wrote. And just kind of like it kind of ties into what a lot of the things sometimes that I talk about in my stream, which is a lot of things is like mental health is usually a big subject during my streams. Whether it's people coming in and talking about it or me also talking about it, telling our stories, that kind of stuff, and just promoting good mental health amongst us as streamers and supporters and stuff like that, which I believe it's very important. So the quote is, it's sometimes you have to fall hard enough for it to hurt to know when to pick yourself up. You can't start to put yourself back together if you don't even know that you're broken. And that is from Miss Alice Feeney. And to me, that quote kind of resonates because I've been there before. I've been in that situation of having to fall in a sense and fall hard enough. I believe I fell hard enough, as like I said, as I stumbled into this app and came across the wonderful human beings that I came across at the time that I did. And I had, like I said, I had to fall, I guess, down to that point to figure out or to know that, hey, I needed to change something. Things needed to change in my life. I needed to turn things around if I was going to get better, or if things were going to get better, or if things were going to change for me. So I had to do what I do. I had to do what I had to do, and did the best I can. I'm still working on it. We're still we're all a work in progress, I believe, every day, as am I. So yeah, this is, like I said, this quote really kind of struck with me, just because of its message and because of what it entails. And yeah, we can always be broken, but at the same time, just as we're broken, that you're always able to pick up the pieces and you're always able to put yourself back together, and little by little, and we move on, life moves on, and we do the best we can, right, as much as we can. So
absolutely. And
yeah,
what I'm going to say is that once again, thank you for taking time in your busy schedule to parents. And You even gave me words of encouragement when I had my injury, and you were actually really concerned. And a man will definitely appreciate that. Okay. So everyone in the comments, if you guys don't know, we do ask that you guys help with this voting, and we're basically going to do a number system where like Umbe was 1, Jamie's 2, the next one's going to be 3, and the next one's going to be 4. We have Jay with cameo. I'm hoping that we get Dr. Gill to do his cameo as well, but he's quite jam-packed. But if he can't, well, Jay came through, and we're actually on a pretty good track, so let's keep it this way. Jamie, thank you again. Please hang loose. Everyone, please hang loose for the voting system. A little after party. We're celebrating some stuff.
I appreciate it.
You again.
And thank you for the opportunity, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, Reddington.
All right. I want everyone to get ready for our next contestant. This is Quotes with Reddington. We have, now when she joins in, I'm immediately going to mute myself. Okay. So here she comes.
Good evening. The quote that I'll be saying was actually a poem. It was written by a gentleman by the name of Deepak Chopra. He is 76 years old. He is an Indian American author, an alternative medicine advocate, a prominent figure in the New Age movement. His books and videos have made one of the best known and wealthiest figures in alternative medicine. This poem is called Flight to Freedom. I hope you enjoy. Oh, my love, my heart, let this time of parting be so sweet. Let it not be a death, but full completeness. Let your love melt into beautiful memories, and your pain fades as you sing your songs. Let your flight through the skies begin with unfolding wings. Let the last touch of your hands be so gentle, like the flowers of the night. Oh, my love, stand still, beautiful love, for a moment and say your last words in silence. I bow to you, and I light up my candle to you as your way up to the flight of freedom. Oh, my beautiful love, my heart, let this time of parting be sweet. Let it not be death, but full completeness. Let the love melt in your memory, and all those pains just vanish within your songs of music. Let your flight through the sky begin with the unfolding wings. Let the last touch of your hands be gentle, like the flower of the night. Stand still, oh beautiful love, for a moment and say your last words in silence. Who would fly to freedom? freedom. Say your last words in silence. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful love in silence. Ooh, your flight to freedom in silence. Thank you.
That was absolutely fantastic. I want to make sure that everyone's got a fair opportunity here. We can't go crowning a winner without even having our next contestant here now. Let's keep it fair. That was quite a performance. I mean, quite the outfit, too. You can't deny, talk about going the extra mile.
I was resonating on the lyrics and thought about what can be more beautiful than transcending into heavens, because he is releasing her to be at peace and no more pain. So that's why I came up with that type of production. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for allowing me.
That was, yes. And, for those that are new here, this is Quotes with Reddington. We're going to have a judge at the end here. We're going to have the comments give us an assist. So far this is our third contestant. We have one more after that. Make sure you favorite all the gifters, you favorite all the contestants, favorite all the commenters. Hey, I don't know, type a 1 and get a fave party going too. Why not? Please understand that we kind of play at the top gifter of the stream, not that's already in the gifts that for this segment for the most part, is going to potentially be to cast also 2 votes to kind of really, kind of get everyone fully involved. That was an amazing performance here. And, we have, hopefully we have, and maybe we can get also our previous week's winner for that cameo appearance. I want to introduce to you, again, someone I don't know, but he's I know him now, but here we go. It's time for our first face-to-face. If I can actually hit the right button.
Oops.
Hey, it's okay. I hit the wrong button too. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. So we have ourselves our kind of like our first Avatar-like contestant. This ought to be interesting. And
I also do puppeteering as well, but the puppet's asleep right now until 9 o'clock.
What do you mean? Like if you leave if you don't get out of the party in time, she loses things, or is that the same thing with your puppet hand? What's going on here? Tell us.
Every night after 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I go live. I do an avatar of myself with motion and stuff. And I also, the little guy on the bottom here is Bob Exotic, the puppet that I also do as well. And I did it every night after 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until whenever I pass out, pretty much.
So don't stop until you stop, keep on.
You drop, yeah.
Yep. Well, I mean,
exactly.
I didn't necessarily say drunk. Sometimes you just fall asleep, and apparently you fall asleep on a hand, and then you get numbness and tingling, and you can't feel your right hand.
When I can't move my hand like yours is when I stop puppeteering. That's pretty much it.
I mean, apparently I got to wear this thing for a couple weeks. I have to see a specialist and everything.
Hopefully you feel better, man. Sounds like you pinched a nerve.
And hypothetically speaking, that exactly, what the funniest, the name itself, the condition, the diagnosis, it's called Saturday night palsy. Yeah.
That's a fun name.
So, I mean, basically, it can happen when you're sober or drunk. Basically, you got one of these numbers, and next thing kind of like smash down on the nerves a little bit. We all have done it where you wake up and your hand's numb.
Oh yeah.
Well, in my case, I've either I must have done something slightly different than before. And now I'm laid up in this thing, and I mean, I'm going to be off of work, which is blessing in disguise. Now, hey,
Hey, you get a little bit of vacation time, right?
hey, it's like, oh shucks, I can't go to work. Darn.
Oh, darn, no work. What a pity.
So tell us about. So we have an idea who of you are. How long have you been in the app?
Been on the app for a year as of last month, so I'm still learning everything.
But are you ultimately having fun?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I've met a lot of good people and a lot of good friends.
And how would you feel? What got you into the app?
Honestly, I didn't choose the app. The app chose me because I came on here to get the dimensions of a phone so I can go ahead and stream on Instagram. But events took place. I made my first million a month. So I figured, hey, you know what? This would be a fun job to do. And here I am.
So for you, would you be safe to say that if you found something to love to do, you'll never work a day in your life?
That is completely true. Yeah, because it doesn't feel like work.
I am right there in the same boat. I work anywhere between I'm at work for like 12 hours, sometimes like 14 hours. I'll come home and hit that button. And I know Queen, who's in the comments, I have been up for like 24 hours and just keep on chugging along. And people are like, how do you do it? And it's like, what do you mean? I'm not working. I'm just enjoying this.
Caffeine. But I also am branching outside the app. I got a book on Amazon called The Chronicles of Nivik, Shattered Memories of the Past. The link and everything's in my Instagram, which is in my bio and stuff. So I'm branching out. I want to do Twitch. I'm going to eventually do YouTube. There's a lot of potential, especially with the puppet, seeing how everybody loves them. There's a lot of potential of what to do.
It's interesting that you mentioned the book. For those that don't also know that Umbe, who, I think she said it, but just to make sure you guys do know, she is a published author, bestseller on Amazon, and she's done works too. So
nice.
Yeah, I don't know if she's still hopefully I know she was getting ready for her. She might be in that top badge auction. I might be. I'm not certain. I myself would love to put together a book. In my particular case, it's going to be my life story of.
Well, if you need help writing it, just let me know. I can sit down and help you do it.
Yeah, I'm in the state of Pennsylvania. Where are you located?
I'm in Jersey. It's close enough.
God. So check this out. It's funny that we all say this. So I know Umbe is not too far away from us. Obviously, you're not too away from. Oh yeah, dare I say East Coast could be the best coast, but I know a couple of them are actually West Coast. So, hey, we have the New York Stock Exchange. Hello, and that's all that needs to know because all streams and featured shows and contests are all based on East Coast time.
We got the best time.
So, we have a good idea of who you are. I want to mute this so you can do your segment. Give us a quote, give us the, works and, go ahead and tell us who might've done it. If it's not self-made, then obviously let us know as well. Any upcoming shows, plug away. Let's go.
Well, the quote that I'm going to say in a minute, I'll explain where it's from first, is from the Crow movie, which was Brandon Lee's last performing movie. It's a good movie. It is a story of the power of love. It's based on an old myth of the crow carries your soul to the other side. And sometimes if that soul carries burden, it brings it back to right the wrong things right. And the quote that's very good, which can be applied to life when you feel down and about, is that it can't rain all the time, which means that, we all have our bad days, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be a bad day. And I don't have any upcoming events or anything yet, but I am working with Emoji J to do more shows and more appearances and stuff and have more fun.
I would say that, hey, you're welcome to come back and make a return if you're not this week's winner.
Anytime.
If you are even this week's winner, we are thinking about having a championship round, previous week's winners. And, Umbe, this is her second visit that she was willing to help out again. I know Queen Lee, who was, she just threw another rose. She was a contestant from the other week. Hey, even Marty Hardy was a contestant. And my Danielle, my VIP admin, was her first time ever making an appearance in a streamer's guest box outside of like things that for Plenty of Fish, like, the live wire or just, doing Instagram stuff. So awesome. So we had, Hang Loose here, my man with me. So we had 4 fantastic quoters and performers. Let's be honest. This is also you can read a quote, and word for word from a piece of paper, but the delivery in that piece of paper, the dynamic pauses and the voice and everything that comes potentially with it. I mean, we had someone who sang and quote and had an outfit on. Woo, and we got here. we got to get. Hey, you do actually have arms in this one.
Yes, I do.
The picture that was initially first uploaded was.
It's Bob. And this is an official bar because of the fact that I have a baseball bat. So I have a real bar.
I believe the comment was, "Where's your arms?"
Yeah, I'm working on turning that into an avatar. I just got to find somebody that does 3D modeling. So that's just like a little, ad picture of him.
I tell you
Something
what,
cute and whimsical.
Okay, we're going to ask you guys give us a hand here. We got our judge hopping in. What do you guys think? Do you want him to stay in the box as the judge comes, or just the judge? What do you guys want to do? I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Put a 1 in the comment, keep the man in the box, or just have the judge in the box as the number.
I have Thor's hammer. Just don't tell Marvel Studios where it is, though.
Okay, can we at least get somebody to participate? NorCal, how would you like to do it? You're the one who's buzzing the box, obviously, for the judgment here. Do you want the box by yourself? Okay, all right, hang loose. We're going to put NorCal in here all by herself. Can you go ahead and exit the box? Oh, wait, it doesn't matter. All right, we're going to bring her in.
Cool.
All right. I might mute you, possibly, but we'll see. All right. I'm going to mute myself in a little bit here. We have our...
Hello, everyone. So I just want to say thank you for inviting me on your show, Reddington. This is Quotes with Reddington every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What an amazing stacked lineup that we had tonight. I am super impressed with every contestant. This is such a unique show, and I'm super blessed to be a part of it for this episode. I just wanted to run through the list really quick and just give you guys a little bit of feedback. Top Batch Uma Bay, you are an amazing, beautiful soul. I appreciate everything that you did today. You just really walked us through the backstory of Edgar Allan Poe. If no one knew who he was, now you know, okay? And she did an amazing job of kind of reconstructing his life and paying homage to what he has done for everyone. And, I just loved every quote that she had. I think she had 3 of them. I can't repeat them word for word, but if you missed it, then you have an opportunity to be back here next Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for some amazing contestants for next week's episode. Definitely Uma Bay definitely takes the key, the whatever you want to call it, the cake for love and heartbreak. Okay, who doesn't like a little bit of love and heartbreak story? Emoji J, you are the surprise of the night, like a little Jack in the Box. You popped in the box and you're like, hey, surprise, I'm Emoji J, I'm here. And you did a quote from Gone with the Wind, which, I actually saw Gone with the Wind once they turned it from black and white to color in the theaters, and it's one of my favorite. And you know what? I kind of live by that. You know, the quote is, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. And really, honestly, you should live your life not really caring about what other people think of you, because their opinions of you do not matter. Okay. Thank you, Emoji J, for reminding me of that today. And you are such an amazing friend, and looking forward to seeing you in Life Fest and hanging out with you in the Airbnb. Sin, all about mental health. You know, I think mental health is definitely something that we need to have out on the table, and, you know, have an open discussion so everyone has a safe place to express themselves. And I think that what you're doing in your stream is just an amazing thing, allowing people to come in, chit chat, and give them an opportunity to be heard. You know, it's, I don't know who Miss Alan Finning, is that her name? Finning is British. She British? Oof. Love the accents. But, you know, I do resonate with picking yourself up, because the world is going to kick you down. And you guys all have to remember that at some point in time, it's your mindset, and you will have to make that decision to pick yourself up and rebuild yourself. So thank you for sharing that with us, and just being transparent and telling us about your story, because there are people out there that do not show up and present themselves as their authentic self. And I commend you for doing that. Jolly old gal. Girl, we got some history. And if you guys don't know who she is such an amazing, talented performer. We're not talking about just, you know, singing and, you know, doing what she did tonight. She's got it all. Backdrop, you know, lighting, sound. She really absorbs, you know, the story and just regurgitates it out in her special way. And she is such an amazing, beautiful soul. If you guys don't know who she is, hit her up with a favorite. She is one of the resident judges for the Unstoppable Idol. I have had the opportunity to be on the judging panel for months and months and months, and I just absolutely love that stream and endorse that stream. She is also a cancer survivor, and bless her, love her, yes. And the Flight to Freedom was such an amazing story. You know, just beautiful. You had me sucked in the moment you got into character. And that was the amazing thing about her, is when she does a performance, it's all about character. So congratulations, Jolly Ogal. Bob Exotic, you are definitely exotic, okay? And I have never seen your puppet, but I might have to go check out you and your puppet, okay? I'm all about the OBS setup. I really think that this platform needs more individuals like you supporting, you know, that area. It's a niche, or niche, if you want to call it. And definitely think that what you were communicating with us with your quote was all about, you know, who you are. And I definitely can respect your image, and I wish you the best of luck on your endeavors on this app. As far as me judging, I do have a standout, but I'm going to allow Reddington to do his thing, so that we can let the crowd in the stream participate, and then you know, I can give my 2 cents for what it is worth as well. So I'm super excited for Reddington and his show. And I think that this is a great concept, and I had so much fun tonight. If you guys do not know who I am, my name is NorCal. I've been on the app since January of 2020, and I am an OG streamer on the app. I am the creator of the DJ battles. I have 18 DJ battles under my belt. If you guys need a DJ for a birthday party, a top badge loading party, hello, an anniversary party, or just any type of event, please hit me up. Please hit me up with a favorite. Slide in my DMs. I will hook you up with a DJ. I'm also an admin on the app for other featured shows as well. I work very close with Emoji J. And I do a segment on Ari's show, Unpopular Opinion. I do an unpopular music segment on her featured show. And I have just a long list of people that I work with on the app. I love live streaming. And those of you that love live streaming, it shows, stream with respect. And this community will be fruitful and you will make a lot of friends. So if you guys need me for anything, let me know and I'm willing to come and help you all out.
So we need a DJ for the 5 milli party that took place.
Absolutely. I got you. No worries.
I do want to appreciate you take this time to thank all that came in and provided, whether it's commentary, to contestants, to a judge, to an admin. Hey, you can't do these things by yourself. I mean, I talk to myself enough as it is.
Yes, it takes a village to do a show, and once it gets featured, you definitely need to have people supporting you. So, Reddington, I think you have a great thing here, and I just wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, and I tell you, the best part is anyone can do it because maybe you're not a singer, maybe you're not an artist. If you can read from a couple of lines or watch a movie and duplicate it and just get the credit, hey, you can be a contestant. And, so I want to talk about how we're going to do the judgment. So we have an actual judge here who gave us, can we ask you point blank, do you want to give, if you made the final decision of a vote, who would you pick? Full disclosure.
So I'm all about the whole picture. That's how I judge. It's like Reddington said, anybody can get in the box and do this, and I believe that that's true. Anybody can do it. But in order to win a competition, if that was kind of where we're going with this, to win a competition, it's the whole package. It is how you deliver it, how you perform it, whether you were in character.
The theatrics.
Yes, it's the whole package. So I would definitely, my hat goes off to Jolly O'Gal just because she is, that's my standout. She delivered her quote beautifully. And I think that she is just
and the extra mile,
amazing streamer.
Extra mile with a song,
yes,
outfit, a backdrop. I mean,
absolutely.
She came to me and said, I'll do it, but I don't know because I was, she was in it the first week and no one first week is the first week and we were trying to get the show.
Absolutely trying to navigate through it.
Yeah. And Caesar came through on director of POF and he gifted her. We have
absolutely love Caesar.
So, but maybe some of the people had tuned out at that point and, it was just me and obviously myself had to be here. I don't know how to do that one without myself being here. We'll figure that one out. Maybe some split personalities and one sleeping or something. So maybe at that point in time that people weren't here. So we got that. We have judgment from, critique and judgment. That was a winner divided by our judge here. We can also go, we're going to ask for whoever's the highest gifter during this segment, the hour feature, hopefully is featured. That one might be difficult to really do because it's easier when it's only ran for an hour. I was streaming a half hour beforehand, and various gifts are here. So there's that. But
I mean, you can definitely do that. I would, you know what, if you were going to do that, I would do like kind of like the last few minutes while the judge is giving critiques, that whoever gifted at that point in time could contribute to.
And then asking, we're going to put like basically a number system to each of the contestants that went, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have contacted, you know, like POF, Danielle, when she was in the, you know, in one of the contestants, I was like, you know, Danielle, I think there would be an opportunity of using the app to do a voting system. It's close. You can use a poll, you can type a question in, but it only gives you 2 options. You can't do more, but if it did, that would be easy. It would be very easy. You know, contestant number 1 was, you know, our top badge, Umbe, author, and then contestant number 2 was Sin.
You can unmute him too as well. And I think these are all great ideas, and I'd be willing to like brainstorm with you as well with them. Sorry about that, Bob.
Sorry,
Bob, we had you on mute. You there, buddy?
Oh, well, it's all good.
So if we can,
I was watching out for Marvel, see if they're going to come get Thor's hammer back or not.
if we can get maybe the contestants to get in the boxes, join us for this, I believe we'll, you know, Jay, I'm not really sure if he was even like, he was more of the cameo appearance for this.
Right.
Like, not that he was competing, you know, hey, if someone crowned him the winner, he's the winner, right? I don't know. He would no longer. Oh, you're fine, darling.
That's okay.
You don't have to be dressed. You know, I mean, you might just be clothed. I mean, you're clothed, right?
You could black screen. Well, I'll pop in the box so they can pop in. But definitely looking forward to seeing how next week's.
You can also get Sin. If Sin can pop, then that way, you know, maybe we can see, you know, firsthand. So for those who are new here, this is Quotes with Reddington. Our first contestant was, Umbe, which I think I'm saying it wrong.
You are saying it incorrectly. It is top badge Umbe.
I didn't know.
But that's okay. I've
been saying it that way for quite some time.
Hello. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We're looking for, hey, Jay, can you type in a number system with the contest? 1 for top badge
Umbe.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
2 for Sin. 3 for Jolly, and 4 for our avatar OBS friend, Bob. And Bob, I too can run OBS. The computer version of these things just aren't really there yet. It's getting closer. Until I can activate my items on the PC and get challenges done on the PC, it's going to irritate me. But
you can't do a guest box like this. You can only do one at a time, which sucks.
That's true.
There's ways around that. With Discord, you can have your judge or whatever kind of stream with you and stuff.
You can even use Discord and actually create a 4-person battle. Yep. I'm in a very interesting
I've done that.
Discord channel. So there's that. Jay, I see your request. I'm going to see if Jolly.
Okay, I'm gonna pop out so they can pop in.
All right, perfect. Just in case, you know, I want to get good. We got everyone getting in here. Dun dun dun. Perfect. Gotta love when everyone stays here. Everyone's here.
Hello.
All right, there is one more person in the pop. Oh, we got Mr. J popping in, and all right, we got the whole box party. So, hey, I want to say thanks again. We got Jay, who's the admin of the show, who, you know.
It's funny though.
The first person was the top badge, Umbe. I think I got this one right now. We have ourselves Sin. You know, wave. Give us a wave, sir. There. All right, we have ourselves. Number 3 here is Jolly. And of course, up here is our OBS friend, Bob, who is having a lot of fun. And Bob, what was that again? Well, Jay kind of was a cameo appearance.
You did amazing.
You all did amazing.
So yeah, Jay was like, oh. He's like, Jay, Jay was like, I will make the cameo if he can't, but he's in a big battle kind of thing, so it's understandable. And this is why you always have like a backup plan. And Jay was like, listen, I'll make a cameo. I'll deliver a quote or two, So once again, let's do the numbering system. Yeah, we got the first contestant. Hopefully, she's still floating around somewhere. We have, and then Sin here, right? Then 3 was Jolly, and 4 was Bob. And this right now is where let's get. How many votes do we have for our first contestant? With her Edgar Allan Poe, which was fantastic, by the way. It was really good. We got Halloween theme. Surely there's some votes for her. That was nothing less. But I do ask that you give like 1 vote, not vote for multiple people. Okay. So this is sometimes happens when the show runs a little long or at the end with the voting. Okay. All right. I know there were people voting for her. Okay. So 2, Sin. Our man over here, Sin. Do we have some votes for Sin? I'm seeing at least 1. I see at least 1. Okay. We got 2 votes for Sin. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Contestant number 3 was Jolly. Do we have some votes for Jolly? We got 3. We got 3. We got Jay. Is that a vote for number 4 or? Oh, well, Jay was a cameo appearance. So
He still should count.
Okay. All right. So, Jay, do you want to compete? Is that what we're saying? Jay, you in? Okay, you're voting Jolly. So, okay, Jolly. All right, we're getting votes for the Jolly, Miss Jolly here. So we got Jolly. We're getting quite a bit of votes for Jolly. Okay, and then what about Bob up here? Our friend OBS Avatar, my man. We got some votes for him. He and I were at least going to drink some beers together. I'm going to tell you that now.
Yep. I don't drink beer. I have hard liquor back here.
Oh, I do too. But I had to.
Thanks for the roses. Appreciate that.
Okay. Was there any vote for Bob at least? Surely. Okay. So we have.
I vote for myself.
Thank you.
Okay. Very good. Now, did this is going to be tough to say because we don't know who the top gifter was due to some of the gifts were given to the contestants, which, hey, I'm all for. But we're kind of say maybe this week we don't care about the top gifter, Well, because we don't know who it really was. This is tough to do because I didn't do the diamond count before the show started, so that'd probably be the way to go. I'll have to remember that. But for the total, I'm talking about for the hour-long segment. That's the complicated part. So if Queen is still floating.
There we go.
But she was she's in also an event, so which is understandable. So it might even be taking place now. So this is why, okay. I got it, I have a vote. I'd like to think the audience gave a vote and the judge gave a vote. And I'm gonna say this week's winner was Jolly.
Thank you.
Jolly, can you give us a victory lap per se, as you're making your way, as literally walking through your house with a victory lap?
So funny.
Jolly, between your outfit, your delivery, the appearance, the song, I really think she went the extra mile with the theatrics too. And hey, as we said, I could look, I could read from a piece of paper, and it goes a little like this. We're going to do it 2 ways. Here we go. Don't get caught up in the daily grind that you never find any time to enjoy yourself. Well, it kind of falls a little flat, don't you think? But that's a great quote. It's a fortune cookie. Let's go. Don't get caught up. Don't get so caught up in the daily grind that you never find any time to enjoy yourself. Isn't there a difference between those two versions of how you gave a quote? Isn't there?
Thank you.
So she went, in my opinion, the extra mile. I don't know if, we can, if anyone's going to, we're always, NorCal, I'm going to give a quote for NorCal. And it was, Reddington, you can't make everyone happy. And in fact, the only person that tends to be happy is the winner. And I'm like, oh crap, you're probably right. Because we got to feel that one firsthand. Woo! That was not pretty when I got roasted, basically. And I was like, oh, heck no. I'm not having that. And this is, we came up with some ideas. And, that idea came from our winner as well and didn't ask for no sort of payment, no nothing, no demands, no. All she asked was an equal opportunity and if people were going to enjoy her performance. Well, I believe we could safe to say that they did enjoy your performance and we did notice your work. So congratulations.
Thank you.
There is no doubt you went the extra mile and congratulations. Do you have maybe some parting words or not necessarily parting words, some victory lap talk?
I'd like to say thank you for allowing me to do this again. Give it another chance, another try. For me, the quote means a lot because it's like I mentioned earlier, it's about resonating and finding peace. And once you leave this earth, this is what I believe, that we will be peaceful, no more pain and no more suffering. Just live happily. And that's the way I saw it when I read the poem myself. I have a strange sense of seeing things in my my brain, but this is the only way that I know how to perform. I have to feel what I'm doing. And I believe everyone, all the contestants did an amazing job. So
And
thank you all for sharing that with us as well.
For those that also don't know, something private that was discussed between Jolly and I, she said to me, Reddington, listen, I'm going to absolutely do this, but as soon as I get in, I'm going to get right to it. And I said, okay, you got it. And so I even before she got in, I said, okay, listen, guys, as soon as I let her in, I'm going to mute myself. She can get right to it because that's the way she wanted it. Look, you have a special request, and when you do it, by all means, just talk to me. Or let Jay know, who will get a hold of me. Trust me, I work crazy hours. I have no time. And it's unfortunate because I would love to be able to visit people and do my thing. Maybe one day I can do this full time. And that would be really a dream come true. I have big dreams. Hollywood actor, because, man, I definitely could put on an act and a performance. Motivational speaker. I have a unique story to tell. That can go in whether it's a book or just words of wisdom and encouragement. Always been underestimated my entire life.
I truly believe that anything is possible if you work hard and practice, and as long as you don't hurt anyone nor yourself and you continue shining despite of all obstacles, it's possible. It may not happen when you want it to happen, but evidently it will, as long as you don't give up.
And I'm going to say, I did get, it's basically did you ever think your 10 years on the Meet Me side was to hone and master the art and to truly be a master at something that could take 10 years? Well, came up with a good way. And Jolly has told me she appreciates me when I'm not over the top, pulling out the party tricks and the antics. I think I've been well known to pull up body shots. Bob, you're going to appreciate what I will do because this is the after party at this point in time. If you're talking hard liquor, we're going to do it. I'm going to show those party tricks.